Time for the main event. We're looking for a fish known as the Tasmanian trumpeter, a superb fighting and superb table fish, one of the best. Now, we're about 17 miles to the east of Flinders Island, and the beauty of Flinders Island is that one day you can be fishing in Bass Strait, and the next day you can be out here. It's pretty unique like that. Now, these trumpeter that I'm after prefer a typical type of habitat. I'm ready to go. James, have we got that habitat that we're looking for, mate?
Well, we're right at 71, 72 metres on the ledge with fish on the screen.
Beautiful.
I think we're ready to drop.
I've hit the bottom there, James. I'll tell you what, I love these conditions in winter. It's nice, but the technique, I'm getting rat-a-tat-tats there on the rod already.
Ignore them. Whatever you do, ignore the little tappers because they draw the big fish. Once you get a trumpeter, you'll know. It'll go down like nothing, but just ignore the little rat-tat-tats because it really is small stuff playing with the bait.
And if you hook those guys, it's a long way back in and down
That's
again.
it, and you're not in the water when you go past a big one.
Okay.
It's frustrating, but it's worth it.
30 mile out, you don't expect to see much, but just under the surface, dolphins and this trumpeter-stealing seal had come to check us out. Luck had it that the seal left just before our first catch.
Okay, that's better. That's got a bit of weight in it. I did exactly what James said, ignore those little rat-a-tat-tats and waited for a bigger fish to come through. This feels like a reasonable fish. Not massive, but certainly a good start to the morning. 70 metres is a comfortable depth to get big fish. These trumpeter don't live way out over the shelf. It's just a nice depth to fish for a quality fish. So hopefully this is the first Tasmanian trumpeter of the morning, but we won't know until we get colour. James, your thoughts on it, mate?
My thoughts, a small trumpeter, a little school fish, but you did the right thing. You sat there through the pickers and then you got a proper bite. But the 15 kilo special isn't quite there yet, I don't think.
Okay.
Go for a nice clean lift on the leader.
Yeah, he's not a huge one.
He's well hooked.
Now, mate, come around here, James, if you would. A Tasmanian trumpeter, first one of the morning. Average size for here, mate?
Small. That honestly is a small fish.
Yeah, I believe you, yeah,
I call him pan size.
Okay, are you legally allowed to keep that one?
Legally allowed to keep that, and that will be extremely good eating.
You said they're exceptional table fish to me earlier.
Yeah, exceptional. As good as you'll get anywhere.
And you prefer them over flathead and snapper and all those other table fish?
Yes, without a doubt. That's what people fish for here.
Unreal. Well, the first one's on the board, and the line's going to go back down. The first beautiful Tasmanian trumpeter of the morning. That's fantastic. Okay, this is just great fun. Resisting those pickers is the big thing, and having that bigger bait, and I can just feel the little guys racing off the tail, that big long strip of cuttlefish, and then eventually just get that down, don't you, that famous...
Straight for the bottom.
Yep.
You know what you've got.
Is it just Tasmania where you find them?
Look, Rob, I think as far north as probably the 12 mile at Bermagui.
Yes, in fact, I used to catch them there, yeah.
Yes, you fish there. I don't think they get a lot. The east coast of Tasmania, Flinders Island, certainly a hot spot for them, down as far as Eagle Hawk Neck.
Okay.
Further offshore on the west coast, they do get them on isolated bits of bottom, but not so many.
Off Strawn and places like that?
Yes, but then there's a run of small fish down south, very small fish that come in close to the coast.
Okay.
But basically they're an offshore deep water fish. That looks a little bit better than the last one. Well done.
There he comes there, straight up over the side. That's a beautiful fish. Now, if you just come in here with me, James.
I'm going to grab him.
Yeah, for sure. We're going to keep... Oh, you got him? Yep, cool. They've got those distinctive three lines along the top there. Sort of cross between a Moong soft mouth and a snapper's hard mouth, but the colour gives a lot away as to where you think they live primarily.
I think they live in caves and overhangs, and they see the activity of the little fish around the bait. They come flying out, big grab and head back down into the coral or back into the cave where they've come from. They're definitely an ambush fish, not a fish that swims around extensively.
Yeah, well, you can see that by the shortened fins there. They don't have those longer fins that the oceanic moong have that travel a lot more, or the snapper that seem to travel a lot more. More of a resident fish. A bit of travel involved, but the rounded fins suggest they do that. Mate, you fish for them professionally, so I take your word for it. And they sort of, you'd imagine they'd match the colour of that granite that's through this region quite well. So, yeah, and another amazing trumpeter.